Be extremely careful about what your kids watch on YouTube, or you might end up like me. My kids watch a lot of YouTube. I'm not afraid to admit it. Sometimes I need a break. Sometimes I need to cook dinner. Sometimes I want to hide in the closet for 15 minutes and cry my eyes out. You know how it is as a parent. Anyway, a few days ago, I put my kids on YouTube and walked away for a bit. I don't want to name specific names to incite a lawsuit here, but let's just say it's a very popular channel that follows the lives of several 3D animated toddlers and their families. Let's call it Bobo Pumpkin, but anyone who has kids knows exactly what channel I'm talking about. I put the TV on, and as I prepared dinner, however, I heard some strange audio coming from the TV. It sounded like the Wheels on the Bus song, the specific version from Bobo Pumpkin. I'd heard dozens of times except weirdly distorted, like it was being played back at half speed. The wheels on the bus go round and round. I left a half-chopped onion on the counter and walked into the living room. When I saw the TV, I was shocked. Some cheap rip-off channel with a name and a language I didn't recognize had stolen the audio and video for the classic Bobo Pumpkin Wheels on the Bus song. Except, presumably to avoid getting caught by YouTube's copyright filters, they'd changed it up. They'd changed the audio to half speed or similar, making the voices low and distorted, almost demonic. They'd messed with the video multiple ways, turned it upside down, switched up the colors. The bus was pink. The kid's skin was cyan blue, made two mirror images of it that intersected in the middle. These changes didn't happen all at once, but sequentially. A few seconds of upside down, then a few seconds of weird colors, etc. When I finally got over my shock, I immediately grabbed the remote and flipped it off. The kids didn't seem to care one way or the other, but I was thoroughly creeped out. A few days passed. I kept a closer eye on the kids while they watched YouTube, but the video didn't. I assumed that was the end of it. I was wrong. On Tuesday, after putting dinner on the table, I called to the kids. Johnny, Amelia, I called. Dinner's ready. No response. These kids never listen to me. Johnny, Amelia, where are you? Silence. I charged up the stairs, ready to yell at them for not replying to me. When I poked my head into Johnny's bedroom, he wasn't there. Amelia wasn't in her bedroom either. My heart began to pound. Johnny, Amelia, but then I heard it. The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep. That distorted half-speed audio from the video. Coming from my bedroom, I burst into my room. And sure enough, I found them both sitting on my bed, watching that cursed video on my TV. Johnny, Amelia, they didn't move. They just stared at the screen, eyes glassy, bright colors flashing over their faces, almost like they were hypnotized. I grabbed the remote and turned the TV off. They slowly turned towards me, sleepy almost, like they were just waking up. Can you guys hear me? Amelia shook her head. Johnny just stared. Come on, dinner's ready. But as we sat down to eat, a horrible feeling grew in the pit of my stomach. That night after the kids went to sleep, I uninstalled the YouTube app from both TVs. There was plenty to watch on Disney, and there was even that new Bobo Pumpkin show on Netflix. Have to just live without it for a while. After cleaning up downstairs and locking up, I took a bath. I sunk into the warm water, taking deep breaths, entering relaxation mode. But only 10 minutes later, I heard something coming from the other side of the door. Music. I strained my ears, listening. It was muffled enough that I couldn't make out the singing, but from the pitch, I knew exactly what it was. I got out of the tub, wrapped a towel around myself, burst into the bedroom. The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep. I ran over to my phone, charging on the nightstand. Sure enough, it had YouTube open and was playing the video. I stared in horror as the blue-skinned bus driver slapped his hand on the horn. Beep. Grabbed the phone and turned it off. It must have went off by accident. Emerald must have tapped the phone, and they've been watching that video so much it was probably right on my feed. Our cat Emerald wasn't in my room now, but the door was ajar. She could have gotten in, played with my phone, and accidentally opened YouTube, right? It was really unlikely, but I told myself those lies anyway. I couldn't go down that path, spiral into fear. I'd done it too many times. As a single mom, heard a noise in the middle of the night, found a stray footprint in the yard, saw someone I didn't recognize walking down the street, glancing at my house, freaking out every time. I was not going to lose my shit over some Bobo Pumpkin video of all things. I dried off, got into my pajamas and checked the kids. Then I turned off my phone, put on airplane mode so it didn't even have internet access, and went to sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night. I grabbed my phone off the nightstand and glanced at the time. 3:17 a.m. I got up and used the bathroom. Then I decided to take a quick look at the kids. I'd check on them sometimes just to make sure everything was okay. As soon as I got into the hallway though, I saw something was terribly wrong. Both of their doors were open. My heart began to pound. Johnny, Amelia, rooms. Their beds were empty. You can now check if there's a part 2 by pressing share and more.